You know, I used to pray a lot, and I used to ask God, I said, being that I didn't know how to read, I used to ask God, I said, I didn't want to become no bum on the streets. When you can't read, you got to be a smart con artist to get a job, and that's how I did it. I was conning people and having people fill out applications for me, and that's a hard thing, but they're not being able to read a menu in a restaurant. When you can't read, you turn to crime. Going to jail, it's not bothering. It don't bother you because you don't have no education. Then you have everybody making decisions for you. And I used to look at people and I used to say, well, if I had the education that they have, and some of them, are not doing nothing with their education, but if I had the education that they have, that I could move mountains. And I used to just dream of having an education. And then I had a couple of friends of mine told me, if you go to school, there are people out here that will help you. And that if you put an effort, into learning how to read, that it would be something that no one could ever take away from you.
It'd definitely be an experience that I recommend to other inmates, because you get to reach out to your children in a way that you can't do while being incarcerated. At least me being incarcerated before, I've never been able to reach out to my kids in that way and have them be able to have a piece of me in the home without me being there. I had got a call from my kid's mother, and I got a call to her, and I spoke with her, and I spoke to my daughter, and she said she was crying when she watched the video because it touched her. She seen me reading, and she wanted to be there with me.
I think just the interaction with you guys, like, for real, you made it, like I was saying earlier, I felt like this extreme gratitude, like that you were giving me the ability to be part of my son's bedroom.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely has a benefit a lot. She just knows that, I went through with it, and she was just like, if it was her in my position, she would probably be shy to read on camera and stuff. But just to me, it was just all about my son being able to see me, every day. Now she has that video, she can show him anytime. Whenever, she feels like, oh, he didn't see me enough this week, or she could always show him. So it benefited a lot. She really appreciated that.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, during the program, they moved me back to E-Pod, which is the orientation pod where people first come in. And I reckon probably half of the people that are on the waiting list now, I recommended, showed them the book, explained, and yeah. Just the fact that you can be part of your child's life on a daily basis. Like, my son can miss me and say, I want to watch Daddy, and there I am. That, I'm saying, even though I'm 60 some odd miles away behind the wall.
For the past 11 months, Paul Keel has been here at the Berkshire County House of Correction. The father of 3 is thousands of miles away from his children in Florida, and the distance is difficult.
I've spent with my youngest the whole 3 years of his life, never leaving his side.
So when an opportunity came for him to connect with his children,
my reaction to this program was joy.
Keel participated in the F.U.L.L program. Inmates keep in touch with their children by simply reading them a story.
I'll read you guys a couple books.
To promote literacy to incarcerated parents, it's something that's so unique.
Ty Allen Jackson is the author of the children's books that are used in the 3-step program. He and his partner, Eddie Taylor, have been working with inmates over the past year.
We want to help them develop and learn a way to become nurturers. A lot of the guys and some of the women that we've worked with have come from very hard backgrounds.
Good morning to me. It's a beautiful day.
That's hard to imagine by watching this video. Parents who finished the program have a video of them reading to their child sent to the family.
When my son got the DVD, he was my wife would play it on a laptop, and he'd get all excited and say, "Look, Daddy on pewter, Daddy on pewter."
Experts say promoting literacy can also help stop a bitter cycle.
3 out of 4 children who cannot read proficiently by the time they're in 4th grade will end up either incarcerated or on welfare.
The inmates come here for the program. They meet once a week for 3 weeks. So it's a short-term program, but with long-term benefits. In fact, the sheriff said that 60 have finished this program, 50 have left since then, and none of them have returned.
It's a very positive sign, and it's something that we certainly want to keep moving forward with.
The end. Well, Jayana, just read you this book, sweetheart. I hope you liked it.
In Pittsfield, Madeline Rivera, YNN.
That's when the research starts, and you start looking up the numbers and the statistics and all these different things of why is our community in the state that it is? Why do we have a rate and a level of incarceration that's actually on a rise when we're looking at advancements in technology and in science and medicine and even education? But the other thing that's unfortunate is that incarceration is still on the rise. So in doing so, Ty actually came across this fantastic statistic about incarceration and how it relates to literacy.
2/3 of all children who cannot read proficiently by the end of the 4th grade will end up incarcerated or on welfare.
One of the things that me and Ty wanted to do with putting our heads together and coming up with these concepts was really focusing on how can we break this cycle.
What I see for us is hopefully creating or building a movement. Big Ed Books really is going to be more than a company. It's really about a movement, about making literacy paramount, with really having children look at books as their main, or at least one of their main forms of entertainment. I mean, most children, if you say, what do you like to? Well, I listen to music and I watch movies and I watch cartoons, and those things are all wonderful. But reading needs to be in the conversation. It needs to be a tool that's used on a regular basis to educate and empower children and to build their self-esteem and imagination. Because I really firmly believe that that's the difference between a child ending up as the president of our country or an incarcerated person in one of these institutions. With any institution, I think that the culture starts at the top. And when you look at the sheriff and the superintendent, and you see they are not just caring individuals, but they're progressively caring individuals. Yeah. So that they want to make the change, but they're willing to take a risk and do things that are differently to try to achieve the goals and that everybody else is trying to achieve, but don't necessarily want to go think outside of the box, as people say to do it. They want to do it safe. And this wasn't safe. This was something that was different. There's 2 guys that they virtually didn't know, and they were coming in here with this idea. But when we explained it to them, and the simplicity of it, again, I'm always about the simplicity, is and it just made perfect sense as using children's books as a tool for the incarcerated parent to reach out to their child, to build a relationship, and add the component of literacy. It's so simple that it's genius. We're geniuses.
Why, thank you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.